What is up, you guys? I'm Charmx. Today I'm going to be reacting to these are the events that will happen before 2050 by Real Life Lore. Now I really like Real Life Lore's videos. I always find them really interesting and cool, so hopefully this will be quite interesting. And with that being said, the original link's in the description. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Real Life Lore. Without any further ado, let's begin.
So as most of us are probably aware, predicting the future is a very difficult business to be involved in. Unanticipated events can always change what we thought would happen, but we're still free to make our best educated guesses with the means that are available to us. With that in mind, here are the events that will most likely happen before the year 2050 for you to look forward to happening.
Look forward to happening. So these are like good events, I guess, right? Because if you can look forward to it, it means it's probably good.
Starting out just next year in 2018, two new countries may emerge in the form of New Caledonia and Bougainville in the Pacific.
This year? And this year is almost over. Why do I keep hearing echo? Hey! I keep hearing echoes. It's weird.
As they hold independence referendums from France and Papua New Guinea, respectively. The FIFA World Cup will be held in Russia, and NASA will deploy the James Webb Space Telescope. In 2019, the United Kingdom will officially leave the European Union, and the FIFA Women's World Cup will be held in France. The next year in 2020 will probably be quite eventful. The Jeddah Tower in Saudi Arabia is scheduled to be completed, which will
Is this the new highest building?
become the new tallest structure in the world at a full kilometer tall. The Summer Olympics will be held in Tokyo, and Bigelow Aerospace plans on beginning construction of the first ever space hotel that will be able to accommodate 6 very wealthy—
Space hotel? Who would want to go there for it would be kind of awesome, actually. I was gonna say, who'd want to go there for a vacation? You're really kind of confined. But it would be a crazy experience.
guests at a time. In 2021, India is expected to launch their first ever manned space mission. And the following year in 2022, China plans on constructing their first very own space station. In addition,
I thought they already had a bunch. Or maybe I'm thinking of satellites.
The FIFA World Cup will be hosted once again in Qatar, and the Winter Olympics will be hosted in Beijing, China. In 2023, the copyrights on the earliest Mickey Mouse cartoons will expire under current US copyright law, but 2024 will be much more eventful. The company SpaceX ostensibly has plans on launching their first rocket carrying cargo to Mars this year in preparation of a future manned mission. At the same time—
Oh, that's the year they do it? I always thought that would be— Why do I keep hearing echoes? Am I going crazy? Anyway, I was thinking this, that, you know, if you do plan on going to Mars, like, you know, SpaceX plans to do, you have to ship a whole bunch of— Do you hear it? I keep hearing echoes. But, you know, if you're going to Mars, you would have to send so much supplies there beforehand. That way, when people actually get there, there's food and stuff for them to survive on until more cargo shipments and stuff arrive or something like that, right? So I guess they're doing it, but in 2024, which that stuff won't even be there, I think, for 2 years, right? Because I think it takes 2 years to get to Mars.
The International Space Station will probably run out of funding in this year and be decommissioned as a result. Finally this year, the Fehmarn Belt fixed link will be completed, which will provide a direct rail and highway link between northern Germany and Copenhagen in Denmark. In 2025, the Giant Magellan Telescope is scheduled to be completed. It will be the largest observatory in the world at this point and have 10 times the resolution power of the Hubble Space Telescope.
But can you do this? I don't think so.
Wow.
The UK will have completely phased out all of their coal power plants. The next year in 2026 will possibly see SpaceX launch the first ever manned mission to Mars.
I would love to see this. I would love to see this happen. This would be crazy. Yeah, and this is 2026. This is after the supplies arrive.
Mars if everything goes according to their current schedule. NASA also has plans to send a manned mission to visit an asteroid this year, and construction on the Catalan Cathedral Sagrada Familia will also be finally completed. Construction on this epic church began all the way back in 1882.
What? What? They've been building a church for 200 years? Why? Why is it taking so long? I did not know that. That's actually mind-blowing to me.
Which means that it will have taken 144 years to finally complete.
Look at the style of it. This was the style that was in style 140 years ago. And by the time this thing's done, it's gonna look so out of style. But it does look kind of cool though.
Completed this year. In 2027, 10 years from the current year if you are watching this in 2017, the SpaceX crew that launched the year previously will finally arrive at their destination.
Oh, it only takes 1 year to get to Mars? Oh, maybe it's a 2-year journey, so there and back's 2 years.
Meaning that we might witness the first ever humans to set foot on Mars this year. Also, the full autopsy report on Elvis Presley, which was agreed to be sealed for 50 years following his death, will finally be made publicly available this year.
Why was it blocked from going public?
When the 2030s finally arrive, we'll all be in for a very interesting decade. At some point this decade, NASA plans on launching their own manned mission to Mars, so if SpaceX failed to accomplish this in 2027, then NASA will probably land the first humans on the Red Planet sometime around now.
So if SpaceX, if they make it, why would NASA even bother? Go get your own planet, NASA.
China further has plans on launching their own manned mission to the moon sometime during this decade as well. Skipping ahead to 2036, however, and we arrive at perhaps the most ambitious upcoming space project called Breakthrough Starshot. The plan should be able to send tiny spacecraft to the Alpha Centauri star system, the nearest other star to Earth. A planet inside the system is located inside of the habitable zone here.
How do they plan to send something that far away? Because do you know how fast that would have to go? What are they going to be using to make it go so fast?
When the tiny ships are hopefully launched in 2036, they will arrive in the system 20 to 30 years later and can take detailed photographs of this mysterious planet. In 2037, we may see the first
20 to 30 years later. Okay. Well, that's a disappointment.
First summer where there won't be any ice in the Arctic.
So these are like good events, I guess, right? Because if you can look forward to it, it means it's probably good.
And by 2040, France will have completely banned the sale of all gasoline and diesel vehicles in the country. In 2042, the world population will have probably reached 9 billion people, while Americans of European ancestry will become a minority group inside of the United States for the first time. This year will also probably see the advent of the world's first trillionaire as well. And
I mean, I wouldn't put it past it happening sooner, because Jeff Bezos is worth, what, like $100 million or something? Some insane amount of money. So he's, he's 1/10 of the way there, and Apple just hit a value of $1 trillion.
In 2044, the works of J.R.R. Tolkien, including The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, will enter into the public domain. 2045 is the estimated year of the technological singularity according to the famed futurist Ray Kurzweil, meaning that this may be the year where artificial intelligence will surpass human intelligence, which could lead to enormous and
After this point, everything just goes downhill.
unforeseen changes in society. In 2048, the Antarctic Treaty will come up for review, which could lead to mining and oil industries opening up on the continent for the first time. And finally, we will arrive at the year of
Why would there be oil there when all these countries are going to be stopped using it at that point?
2050. By this point, half of the Amazon rainforest will likely be deforested. About 70% of the world population will be living in cities. About half of the global population may not have access to clean drinking water. The average global life expectancy may be 76 years old. There will be super smart artificial intelligences that will be even smarter than humans. Self-driving cars will likely be
Right now there are self-driving cars, basically, right? So, I mean, you give, I'd say, 10 years, and we would have fully functioning self-driving cars, right? Because we basically already do, but, I mean, they still get in crashes now and then. But, like, in 10 years, the technology will be so superior and so much smarter than it is now. I could easily see there'd be fully functioning self-driving cars within 10 years, not 2050.
Normal, and a new world of possibly hundreds or even thousands of people will be living and working on Mars. There are things to be both afraid of and excited for in the future, so let's make sure to work as hard as we can in the present to make our future the best one that we can possibly imagine.
Anyway, guys, I hope you like this. I think this is really cool. And some of this stuff, I think could actually happen sooner than 2050. Like the self-driving car one. It's basically already a thing now, right? But I mean, in 10 years, I think it would be more of a thing than it is right now, because we're just reaching the self-driving car phase. But yeah, anyway, with that being said, if you guys like this, make sure you give it a thumbs up, possibly share with a friend. If you're new, subscribe to the family. Also, make sure you guys go subscribe to Real Life Lore, the link's in the description. I'll see you guys next time. Boop! Why do I keep hearing echo? Boop! Boop! You hear that? It's a certain pitch. Boop! 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 There it is, that's it. Whatever that pitch is, it's causing an echo. I don't know what's freaking echoing.